We are here today on location at Saline High School, one of the 8 district locations that Printer Source Plus services with their amazing Epson copiers. We're going to talk to a couple people at Saline and part of Printer Source Plus and see what they got going on here. We are here at Saline High School today talking with Jay Grossman, the Director of Technology here for Saline School District. And Jay, I've got some few questions about the types of printers that you guys are using because recently you switched over to Epson, and I've heard it's made your life way easier here at the high school.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We've gone from daily support calls to less than weekly. It has made our lives a lot easier as far as managing and dealing with the day-to-day copies that we go through.
And you get these copiers from Joe out at Printer Source Plus, is that correct? How has that relationship been for you and the school?
Oh, it's been wonderful. Joe's been great. I've loved working with everybody at Printer Source Plus. They have great support. They have been really responsive when we have questions and willing to come out and go the extra mile for us.
And because I'm not that familiar on printers as well, every printer I see just is like, oh, it's another printer. What are the benefits of having Epsons and, like you said, limiting the service calls out every day, but what are some other big advantages for having these Epson printers in the school, especially where so many copies are being made daily?
Yeah, absolutely. One of our big focuses with this was the sustainability. The Epson copier uses a lot less energy than our older toner laser copiers. And so that in itself, as trying to be energy efficient, has been a real big bonus for us in getting these copiers.
Yeah, that's awesome. And then the workload, how much can these copiers handle? Because I used to work in a school, and I know that's one thing that teachers always dislike is having to go into the copy room, wait in a really long line, trying to print these massive textbooks worth of material, and it takes so long. Has that been something that's been helped by having these nice Epson copiers?
Absolutely. These models go, this one particularly is 50 pages per minute. We have a one that does 100 pages per minute. It makes our copy jobs go much quicker. We've done literally millions of pages of copies just in the short time that we've had these machines.
Wow, that is amazing. And coming from a former teacher, I know that that is the biggest advantage of having a really high-grade copier in your staff lounge and the office. How many copiers do you have on site here in the high school?
At the high school, we have about 20. We have 47 throughout the district.
Wow. And I would assume, like you said, the biggest thing, too, is having less service come out, because I know before it's been a lot of service calls, and now that's limited, because that saves you a lot, because your job, I feel like it would have to revolve a lot around managing, making sure everything is working perfectly. Well, when everything's just working on its own, you don't have to worry as much. It makes you sleep easier at night. Is that correct?
Absolutely. These have less moving parts, so there's less parts to break, less parts to service. And so it certainly makes my life a lot easier because I can go focus on all the other things that we have to do on a day-to-day basis to keep this district running, and not having to worry about if my copiers are working certainly lets me sleep easier at night.
That's awesome, Jay. So what I'm hearing is that a lot of other schools should switch to these Epson branded copiers. Is that correct?
Oh, absolutely. I 100% recommend these branded copiers. Epson has been wonderful to work with in all their products. We are a huge Epson school district at this point, and these copiers have just been a welcome addition to our fleet.
I'm now here with Mike Rotel, the account manager at Printer Source Plus. Mike, talk to me a little bit about how much value a printer like Epson can bring to a large school district like Saline here with such a large student body and demand for copy output.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's an initial value, right? So there's the faster speed that you get with it. It's the more reliability that you get with it. But there's also behind the scenes. And so there's like the less energy usage. We actually can run these on a battery-powered inverter and show how little energy they actually utilize. And so in the case of Saline, we showed a cost savings for energy across their fleet. You could charge everyone's cell phone in Washtenaw County one time per year with the cost savings that they experience when just switching over their fleet.
Wow, That's amazing. We know, especially nowadays, cost saving and energy efficiency is huge, is paramount. And talk about the inner workings of these printers, because normally you look at printers, it's like a jungle in there. You don't know where to begin. You open it up, and it's like, what do I pull? I don't want to touch anything. I might break it. What's inside these babies?
Yeah. So with a laser device, if you want to warm up your lunch, now let's go back. So on an Epson device, there are none of those inner working parts, and so we have hundreds of parts in a laser device. On an Epson, there's 13 major parts. The reality is there's nothing in the belly of the whale. And so when a paper stops, it's simply because of a wheel maybe stuck to it or something like that. But there's no parts like a fuser or the drums and what have you where a paper can get jammed up. And so a staff member does not need to worry about opening up the belly of the whale and getting burnt on those hot parts, because there's also no heat involved in this device. It's all pure pressure, a little bit electric charge. And so again, generates no heat. It goes back to the less energy usage.
And how self-explanatory are these printers? Like, let's say there is a jam or something going wrong in the inner workings, and what will pop up on the screen, and will it walk you step by step to solve it, so you don't need to call you guys from Printer Source Plus or call the IT department to come fix it? How does that work?
Absolutely. They're very user-friendly. And so, yes, it'll walk you right through it. It's a rarity, but when it does happen, yes, it'll show you exactly where to go.
And that's such a time saver, coming in from the education side of things. Of you walk in, something is going off with the printer, there might be a mystery jam, but if it walks you right through it, it makes it so much easier. And is this one of your larger models that you sell, or do you guys go even bigger than this?
Yeah, no, this would be one of the largest models. It's 100 pages per minute. And then with the bridge and the finisher, it is a high production business inkjet printer.
That's awesome. And last question. How long have you worked at Printer Source Plus, and what value do you get out of working for such a great company like that?
Love the question. So I've been there almost 5 years. I met the owner at a spiritual life retreat. I found out that we sell, we work in common with this. We sell on morals and ethics. And so there's a great inner value with that. It's bringing about, I don't like being called a salesperson. I like being called a solution provider. And so we provide solutions, and we customize every fit for the client or the customer that's for their needs. We don't oversell, but we do it just according to their needs.
Well, you heard it here. If you need any Printer Source needs for your business or school, call Mike or Joe at Printer Source Plus.